Hi everyone, it's Lindsay, and this is a skunk in the outfield.
Haven't seen this play very often. Obviously Porter trying to get the runner in third coming out. He's way out of the base path. I'm not sure if Ammerman has to throw the ball to second.
All right, crew, what's your call? Is it nothing, or is the runner out, and why are they out? Lindsay, copyright. Fortunately, we have a rulebook to assist us in this regard. The skunk in the outfield play rarely seen, but it usually occurs with a runner on third and a runner on first going to second to try to provide a distraction for that runner on third so they can score while the defensive team is making a play on the trail runner. Now to do this, they'll be kind of obviously putting themselves out there by running into the outfield. That's where we call the skunk in the outfield. This relies on the definition of base path, not baseline. Remember the difference. Baseline is a direct line that has nothing to do with safe out. Base path, the line between the player and the base they're attempting to reach safely, that has everything to do with an out for running more than 3 feet to avoid a tag. But the trick of this base path issue is that it is not established until a tag attempt occurs. And conversely, of course, you can't put anyone out unless there is a tag attempt that they're running more than 3 feet away from.
Can he do that? But you have to keep a straight line.
So as long as the defensive team doesn't try to tag this runner who's out in right field, there's nothing to call here because that runner establishes their own base path, and which of course doesn't actually get established until a tag attempt occurs. And if there's no tag attempt, then there's no base path to call the runner for being out of.
Everybody yelling and trying to figure out what's going on.
I think there was an attempt to try and get the runner from third to score, but
as for the abandonment issue, this runner is not abandoning their effort to run the bases. Conversely, they're trying to draw a play from the defensive team by running the bases in an unorthodox manner.
And Chavetta takes off from home. Throw comes into the catcher, not in time. And Arredondo makes his way over to second base, and he will be safe.
That is the crux of the skunk in the outfield play. It's not abandonment, and it's not an out-of-the-base path call unless the defensive team makes a play on the runner, who then deviates by more than 3 feet away from the line between them, somewhere in right field, and the base that they're trying to reach safely. So if you're on defense, just lunge for a tag attempt. Even if the tag attempt is from tens of feet away, it still locks that runner into a base path because you draw the line from the runner to the base they're going toward. Of course, this gets complicated if the runner suddenly switches direction and goes the other way back to the other base, because then the whole base path drawing exercise starts over, and you need another tag attempt to reestablish the base path to the other base, and repeat the process every time that runner changes direction. The other thing you can do as the defensive team, and this is what the runner wants you to do, start running directly at the runner. If they simply retreat back into right field, they're out of the base path because the line to second base doesn't go backwards, it just goes forward. But that would be that distraction that they're looking for to try to get that runner from third to score. Final note, this does not fall under travesty of the game because it is actually legal within the rulebook, so you can't have a travesty of the game for doing it. Plus, the travesty rule is about running the bases backwards. This is not a backwards situation, it's really more off to the side.
now they've gotten themselves in the weirdest pickle I've ever seen.
I think several people asking Ammerman to step on second base.
This subtle movement by the fielder, if you consider that a tag attempt and the runner retreats more than 3 feet into the outfield but not toward either base, that's out of the base path. But if you're a fielder and you're faced with this play, for goodness sake, try to do something rather than just standing there with the ball.
Safe! So the Trojans steal another run.
The caption's right. The only way to fix this is a rule adjustment that specifically makes this illegal. But until then, this is a legal play, and now that you've seen it, you know how to handle it. How does it end? Maybe they could do a pitch clock for running the bases. Just brainstorming here. Thanks for this clip that you sent in. It was pretty cool. Visit us online at closecallsports.com, Discord, and all the other socials. We'll see you on the site.